each and every one plant body that have a sufficient strain. This is because of the fiber. If the fibers are there, though the structures are there, different type of the structures are there that you present, but the fibers plays an important role. Without fibers, the plant is not getting the sufficient strain. So to have a strain, fibers plays an important role. Then how much amount of the fibers are there that should be present in the plant body that were to be performed or detected by the Deutsch method identification. Yeah, I hope you have performed experiment in the last semester, that is identification of the fiber by Deutsch method. In this case, what are the powders is there that we have to be treat by using your acetic acid is there, then hydrochloric acid treatment is there should be given to remove the unnecessary material, because acetic acid, dilute acetic acid as well as the hydrochloric acid is not having any action on the fiber, but it dissolves the another material which is not to be required. Then washings are there that is to be given, and after that, what the material which is to be obtained after drying, what is the material which is to be obtained? That is nothing but your fibers are there. Okay. Now the definition of the fiber. The fiber is also known as a rug, or we can say that the bulk material is there. That is nothing but is your fiber. They are the sugars, starches, starch such as your polysaccharides is there from the plant's material. What is the starch is there? There sugar often that is nothing but is your fibers are there. Then fruits. In case of the fruits are there vegetables are there, whole grains, then legumes such as your peas are there, beans are there. In that case, the fibers are there that are representing. These are the sources are there. What is fiber? Fiber is a rug or the bulk material is also known in a way. Fibers are there that are present in case of the plant source. Then fruits, then your fruits are there. Then your beans are there. In this case, they are to be present in the form of the polysaccharides. Okay. Now, the another ways to get the fiber is through the natural supplements such as your psyllium. Means what are the seeds are there? Isabgol seed is there, linseed is there. Through this one we are getting the fiber. That is a supplement. That is a psyllium, which is made from the seeds of the shrub like herb is there, through which we are getting the fibers. Nowadays, the person who are to be suffered by the constipation, the physician always prescribe a particular powder. In that powder, that there is a nothing but is there your isabgol seed powder is there, because whenever the isabgol seed is there that you have to be sorrow, it absorbs the maximum quantity of the water into the stools. This isabgol seed powder that goes inserted or that binds with your fecal matter, that is the stool material, and it absorbs the water, because of which the stool become heavier, and that easily passes from the stomach into the intestine and to the rectum. So the evacuation of the ball is occur easily. So the psyllium seed is there. This is the one important is there. Okay. Now, the diet, there are the two types of the fibers are there. One is a dietary fiber and one is a functional fiber. It consists of both consists of the non-digestible carbohydrate. In both the fiber, that is the dietary fiber as well as the functional fiber, there is a non-digestible carbohydrates are there that are present. But in case of the dietary fiber, it contains lignin that are intrinsic and intact in a plant source. Where means they have to be intact one, that are not to be separated. Lignin, the important part which is present in a fiber, that is not to be separated in a dietary fiber, which is a non-digestible. Whereas in case of the functional fiber, the non-digestible carbohydrate that have beneficial physiological effect in the human being. In case of this one, there is a isolated part lignin is there issue present. It consists of the isolated non-digestible carbohydrate. The carbohydrate are there in case of the dietary fiber, they are intact. Whereas in case of the functional fiber, they are to be isolated. That have beneficial physiological effect in case of the human being is there. So likewise, the difference is there issue occurs in case of the dietary fiber as well as the functional fibers. Then Fibers are there that should be classified into the two groups, that is a soluble fiber and insoluble fiber. The fiber which get dissolved in a water is known as a soluble fiber. Such as your starch is there. Starch is not supposed to be soluble as you know that, but when it will heat that one particular starch, a gel-like structure is there is to be formed. That gel-like structure is there is to be helpful to decrease the cholesterol level, to decrease the sugar level, and to get relief from the different type of the attack of the diseases is there. So the fibers can be classified into the two types, that is a soluble fiber that dissolves in a water and may form a gel-like structure. The soluble fiber can help to lower the cholesterol, then to regulate the blood glucose level or to decrease the blood glucose level, as well as it promote the regulatory, means evacuation of the body can should be regulated, and it gives the protection from the occurrence of the different type of the diseases. Now, the example of the soluble fibers are there, that is oats. The person who have to be suffer by the hypertension or who have gone through the angina, your different type of the treatments are there that is be given in case of the heart, such as the bypass is there, then angiography is there, angioplasty is there. Okay, so in that case, if the in the patient's body or the heart blood vessel that shows some of the cholesterol deposition, in case of this one, oats are preferred. Then fruits as well as the vegetables are preferred. Then beans, then barley, then psyllium. Likewise, the different type of the fruits, fruits are there, or the seeds or the drug treatments are there that are to be preferred. Now, why these treatments are there that should be preferred? Because oats is a soluble fiber. When it get dissolved, it binds with the sugar molecule, it binds with the cholesterol molecule, so that the free availability of this one cholesterol as well as the sugar is there is not to be occurred. So ultimately it help in the decreasing the blood sugar level, and ultimately it decreases the cholesterol level, because that cholesterol, bad cholesterol is to be excited through your rectum, and the sugar is there is also excited, that is not to be appear in a blood, because the free availability of the sugar is there is not occurred. Okay, now insoluble fibers, it does not dissolve in water. uh, the fiber is there is known as the insoluble fiber. Insoluble fiber adds the bulk to the stools and contribute to bowel regulatory. Examples are include the whole wheat flour, wheat bran, then some vegetables. Virtually all the plant food contains soluble and insoluble fibers. Okay, insoluble fiber means that are not to be dissolved in water. Then that insoluble fibers add water to the tools, so they become bulky. It contributes to boil regulatory. Examples are there, that is a whole wheat flour. Whole wheat flour is there, we use as a insoluble fiber. Then wheat bran is there. Nowadays, wheat bran is there, should available in the market. Some vegetables are there that also available and that contain insoluble fibers are there. Mostly all the plants food contain the soluble and insoluble fiber. So to eat the fruits as well as the foods are there, that is the important one. Now the types of the fibers are there. Then what is their importance and where they are to be found? Soluble fiber that dissolves in the water and may get converted into the gel form that traps the sugar, fat, and cholesterol. The obese persons are there. In that case, the consumption of the soluble fiber is there is to be important one as a scenario. That is slim length state there. In that case, the consumption of this one fiber plays an important role, because of which the excess fat is there is not to be deposited, and the belly is there is not to be observed, and ultimately it decreases the cholesterol level and it decreases the sugar also. Now the second one is there, that is the insoluble fibers are there. The first one, the soluble fiber is there, she found in case of the oat, then cereals, bean, fruits like apricot is there, then orange is there, vegetable like broccoli is there, right? And kale is there, and some source of the fibers are there that should be available. Now the insoluble fibers are there. Insoluble fiber that absorb the water to increase the stool bulk. What is the bulkiness of the stool is there? It should be increases because of the absorption of the water is there, and pass through the colon. Your colon get clear because of that one bulky tools, which is easily passes to this one and promotes the liquidity. That is the evacuation of the bowel is there. Most of the peoples are there because you are having a habit of the to eat the junk food. In this case there fibers are there that is not to be obtained getting. So in that case you may suffer by the different type of the stomach problem. So in that case the this one eating of the dietary fiber is the important one, because of which it regulates your cleaning process and it removes the bulky material through your stomach. These insoluble fibers are there that is found in case of the bran, the cereals, the whole grain is there, then breads is there, then fibrous vegetables are there such as your beets, then spinach, then granny fruits like the blackberry is there or kiwi is there. To eat the kiwi is also beneficial. Then apples are there, like the different type of the fruits are there that should be important one. The bulk forming, because of the bulk formation, the laxative action is there issue occur. It's made the natural or the man-made complex carbohydrate is there. Its process is there issue occur. Now the examples is there such as the soluble fibers example oat. Nowadays, I told you that the patient is suffered by the hypertension or blood pressure. In that case, oat is the important one is there. Then dried beans, then peas are there, then barley, then flaxseed, that is alsi or the isabgol is there, okay. Then linseed is also the important one is there. Then orange, apple, carrot, then psyllium. These are the important examples of that contain your soluble fibers. Now the examples of the insoluble fibers are there. That is the wheat products are there. Whole wheat products are there. Okay. Just like that one example is there. Dalia is the one example of this one is there where the rough grind of the wheat is there is to be offered, that is to be cooked, and just like your medley is there and that is to be eaten. This is the one example is there, that is the insoluble fiber is there. Then corn is there, corn bran is there, flaxseed is there, then green beans, then cauliflower and the potato skin. So every time when you're going to eat, it's a habit to remove the skin of the potato is there. It's a good one, but as compared to the skin potato is there is a very best one because it contains the fibers and that is helpful for our body. The fruit skin, fruit skin and the root vegetable skins are there. That is also the important one. Okay. The fruit itself does not contribute to bone, the strength or calcium metabolism, but some fiber supplements do contain calcium as an ingredient, which will help with a good bone health. Means to have a good health to the bone. What are your bones are there? As such, some of the fibers are there that is not containing the calcium directly, and they are not going to help in case of the metabolism of the calcium. But some of the fibers are there that is beneficial to our bone health because they directly, not directly but indirectly, they are to be involved in the metabolism of the calcium, and they are to be responsible to increase the health of or to give a proper health to your bones. Examples are there, that is a calcium polycarbonate, carbophil in the fab fiber corn is there, then metamucil is the example. Capsule plus calcium is there. These are the some of the examples are there that is responsible that contain the fibers and that gives you the calcium. Then dietary fiber enhances the satisfaction. Means within a short diet you get satisfied that you feel you have consumed enough diet that your stomach is full. They take feeling the full while eating. Means this is the good habit is there because of the dietary fiber is there. If you require 100% of the food material and if you have to consume 100% of the food material without fiber, then it's very dangerous for you. So why not to take some of the less quantity of the food? Suppose your requirement is 100%, you have to take only 80%. But what is the 20% gap is there? That is a satisfaction. When you get the satisfaction in 100% food, the same satisfaction you get in 80% food, but if the food contain fiber, the same satisfaction is there is you getting. So in this one 80%, what are the fibers are there that you remove from your body? Okay, but what is the problem or the load which should be occur because of that excess food that it should be minimized? So the dietary fiber it enhances the satisfaction, that is the you are getting the fulfillness of your stomach and may prevent overeating. The high fiber diet tend to have more volume and less calories than the other type of the diets are there. Okay. In addition to promoting the regulatory, fibers lower the risk of developing the many type of the diseases or threatening diseases are there that is not to be occur if you have to be consumed the high quantity of the fiber. Diseases such as your heart disease there is not to be occur because heart disease is related to your sugar increase in the sugar levels, increase in the blood pressure is there. So if the fibers are there that are to be present, the excess sugar, then fat, then cholesterol, all these things are there that should be removed. So they are not to be occurs in the blood circulation in the higher level. The certain form of the cancers are there, then diabetes is there, then stroke and obesity is there that is not to be found in case of your diet or the disease. Soluble fiber, for instance, is like those they are to be found in the oats, bran, orange, apple, carrot, and the dried beans that entraps the cholesterol components in the blood, which can help lower the cholesterol and prevent the heart diseases. Like whether disease conditions are there that it should be happen in case of this one. Okay, so oats is found everywhere. So you have to eat the oats. Then your roughly grind wheat is there that is also found. You have to be consume this one either by cooking method. Okay, then bronze beans is there, then cholesterol components which are to be decreases. Carrot is there, then apple is there. What is the fibrous material is there that you have to be eat regularly because of which it helps lower the cholesterol and prevent heart disease. And because the fiber is there is not digested, it keeps you feeling full for longer time. So what is the hungriness is there is not to be occur frequently as the fibers are there because of the fiber they are not get digested easily. So as such they have to remain, they have to give the fulfillness full of the energy for a longer period of the time and which minimizes or eliminate the unnecessary snacking. What is the time is there? Your breakfast timing is there is frequently if it is found. Then in that case you have to consume this one fiber because of which the snacking is there is not to be occur repeatedly. That leads the obesity and the certain type of the Diabetes is there is not to be found in because of this one fibers material. Then some studies show that the high fiber diet will prevent colon cancer. Most of the time, the colon cancer is there issue occur because if the mostly the obese persons are there that are not having habit to take the fiber, so that the stomach is not get empty completely and the food material is there should remain as such for a longer period of the time, and they show their toxic effects on that one particular part, so that the cancer is there issue occur, that is a colon cancer is there issue occur in case colon cancer. However, the best approach to prevent the colorectal cancer is to undergo the regular screening for a removal of the colon polyps along with the smoking cessation. You have to cease the smoking uh, completely, because of which the colon cancer does not occur. A diet low in the saturated fat. In your daily diet, if you have to be consume a saturated fat, means full of the fats are there that is present, then it may create a problem. So in that your diet, fat should be somewhat limited, maintaining a normal body weight and engage in the normal physical activities such as the walking exercise, likewise the activity you have to be performed. Okay, this is a chart where not all the fibers are equal, but at least if you have to be apple sauce is a somewhat good one, where the peel apple is better and apple with peel is the best one. So always you have to use the apple with peel. Mashed potato is a good one, such as the peel potato is the better one, and potato with the skin is a very best one. So, what is the skin of the potato is there? It contains the fibers, and that is responsible to minimize the different type of the risks. These are the some of the nutritional values are there. That is the baked with the whole grains, no trans fat is there. Then good source of the fiber is there. The nutrition fact is there, that is as per the WHO they have said this one value. And what is the dietary fiber is there is about 3 gram. There are about 12% is there, which is found in case of this one. The fiber requirement, the high fiber is there is about 5 gram or 5 gram or more per serving is there. Good source is there, that is 2.5 to means near about 3 to 5 gram per serving, means per diet is there daily as well as the evening, morning and evening. More or added fibers are there at least 2.5 gram more than the traditional food is there. Friends, within a 10 minutes, our lecture is to be over. Those who are not having recorded their attendance, please record their attendance. Okay. More or added fibers are there at least 2.5 gram or more than the traditional food is serving. The this menu is based on the approximately 2000 calories per day, and it contains 32 gram of the fiber and is recommended by the National Fiber Council. Just like that, our WHO is there, the National Fiber Council is there. They recommend that minimum at least 32 gram of the fiber is there is must be there in a daily diet. According to USFDA food guide, this level of the calories is appropriate for many sedentary males, near about males of 51 to 70 years of age, sedentary females near about 19 to 30 years of age, and for some of the gender age groups who are more physically active one. Mycelium, the natural fibers supplement that has some positive health benefits which is made from the seeds of a shrub like herb with their psyllium is a high insoluble fiber and is also is a source of the insoluble fiber. I mean, in case of the psyllium, there is a both type of the fibers are present, soluble as well as insoluble. So, consumption of the psyllium evening or at night time, it's very beneficial to clear your empty. You have to clear or the stomach. Psyllium is one of the most effective soluble fiber source to lower the cholesterol as well as known risk factor for heart diseases. Just 7 grams of the soluble fiber per day from the psyllium may reduce the risk of the heart disease. So consumption of the psyllium is the one important. Okay. The US Food and Drug Administration now allows product containing the psyllium to the state that these atoms eaten as a part of a diet low in the saturated fat and the cholesterol may reduce the risk of the heart diseases. Oats, then barley, are the only food that can make this claim. Means in this case, the oats and the barley, these are the two foods are there that contain the fibers and that reduces the risk of the heart diseases. This is the structure of your phylum is there in Marathi we call as a or in botanical word it is known as a is isap goal is there, okay, that is a alasi is the one example of this one is there, these are there, okay. I hope this is the one where you are going to take the transfer section of the isap goal. Just like at that time you might heard a word that is this is the smallest thing is there that you are going to take the transfer section is some gold seed, just like the two kidney shapes or kidney shape structure there should be observed in case of this one. This is your psyllium, that is a Isam gold seed is there, Indian psyllium is there. These are the products are there, that is a psyllium fiber is there, that is actually one in the capsules are there that's also available in the market, and in a madam mucil the powder is also available. Unlike protein and fat, the body does not digest and absorb the fiber, where the protein is get absorbed, but the fibers are there that is not to be absorbed, but rest assured as the fiber passes unchanged through your stomach. I mean, what are the fibers are there in their physical structure? That's they are to be passed through your stomach and the small intestine to the large intestine where the colon is distribution. It works hard to keep you healthy. Means fibers are there. That is also important to maintain your health a good one. Benefits of the dietary fiber is there. That is the stomach and small intestine fiber act to cause a sense of the fulfillment that traps the cholesterol and the fat, slows the absorption of the sugar. Means what is the sugar is there is absorption is there, that is we goes slows down so that the food sugar is there is not to be appear. Because of the fulfillness, you have consuming the less amount of the diet. It taps the cholesterol, so the cholesterol level is goes on decreasing. It traps the sugar, so the blood sugar level is there is also goes on decreasing. Large intestine, it causes the fermentation and promote the growth of the healthy bacteria. In case of the colon, it absorbs water, adding the bulk to the stool. Because of the fermentation, good bacteria enhancing your immune system to fight the infection and the chronic disease. It promoting the regulatory in the elimination of minimizing the constipation. Benefits heart health. It aids weight regulation. It helps the lower cholesterol. It stabilizes your blood sugar level. In fact, one third of your daily fiber intake should be from the soluble fiber. This is the one human studies of the fiber shows this one. That is a prebiotic effect, and these are the references are there. That is the treatment. With dextran, it increases bacteriocytes, decrease Clostridium perfringens. Inulin, that is a biodiagenic, bifidogenic is there, then GOS is there, also bifidogenic, acacia, bifidogenic is there. Likewise, the prebiotic effects, Phycillium, that is a prebiotic potential, polydextrose, that is a bifidogenic, breakfast cereal. Likewise, banana is also a fecal microflora. These are the sources are there that is for in a good source of the fiber on niblets. These are some of the examples are there of this one: corn niblets, green niblets. Then beans can or dry beans of the superstar is there. These are some of the examples of the beans are there. Dried consumes is there. These are some of the example of the high fiber content. That is a fiber one is a marketed product. Sweet potato, in Marathi we call it as a ratalu. It also shows high fiber content. It also good source of vitamin A. How fiber works, soluble fiber that we see. After soluble fibers are ingested, it absorbs water and it turns into a gel which binds the food, sugar, cholesterol and the fat in the stomach and carries them through the digestive tract. Insoluble fibers passes through the system largely intact. As such, whenever the sugar is bind, cholesterol is bind, and the fats are there that are bind, as such they have to be removed through this one. Okay, this is the structure is there how they have to be bind. Soluble fiber that are mixed with fluid and partially digested food in the stomach. They get mixed here, then they have to be binds here, carries this to the cholesterol, small intestine. Soluble fiber binds the sugar, cholesterol, and fat, and slows their absorption into the bloodstream. Here they have to be get bind, okay, and then they have to be removed as such. Insoluble fiber, that is a pycilium, moves through the large intestine and promotes regularity. These are the recommendation of the fiber to the diet. Remember, extra water as well as fiber. Means when you're going to consume this one, add this one fiber in your diet, you must have to consume